Hello there, my friend. Welcome to today's podcast. So, we're going to talk about how I learned to become a better writer and how you can too. So, grab your comfy seat and your favorite coffee and let's dive in. It's funny how life works sometimes. A while back, I decided I wanted to be a writer. I had all these big dreams about posting amazing stories on blogs and sending out super cool newsletters. But you know what? I didn't actually start writing right away. Yes, no, and not even a little bit. Instead, I did something that might sound familiar to you. I spent months and months just reading books and watching videos about how to write perfectly. I was like a sponge, soaking up all this information about how to write well. I learned about grammar, storytelling, and sort of fancy writing techniques. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I mean, it's not that how you're supposed to learn, right? But, here's the crazy part. Even after all that studying, I still had not written a single email or blog post. Can you believe it? I was so focused on learning that I forgot the most important part, and that is actually doing the writing. And it's kind of like learning to ride a bike. Like, yes, we can watch all the videos about how to balance and paddle, but of course, until you actually hop on that bike and give it a try, you're not going to learn how to ride. And let me tell you, that's when I finally realized it. And it was a real eye opener to me. So I decided to make a change. I told myself, okay, enough with just gathering information, reading about writing, and this time it's time to actually write. And that's exactly what I did. I started practicing as much as I could. I wrote blogs, even if they were not perfect. I sent out newsletter, even if I was nervous about what people would think and if they really like it. And you know what? It wasn't always easy. Sometimes I'd stare at a blank page for ages, not knowing what to write. Other times I'd write something and then I think it was terrible and not a good idea. But you know what? I remind myself always that I need to keep going because I knew the only way to get better was to keep practicing. And now I want to share something really important with you. The best way. And I mean the absolute best way to improve your writing skills is to practice writing every single day. It doesn't have to be a lot. And you don't need to write a whole book every day. Just a little bit of writing. Maybe a few paragraphs or even just a couple of sentences can make a huge difference. And yes, why is daily practice so important? Well, it's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And when you write every day, you're training your brain to think like a writer. You're getting more comfortable with putting your thoughts into words. And over time, you'll find that writing become easier and more natural. But here's the really cool part. Daily practicing is not just about getting better at writing. It's also about discovering your own voice. When you write regularly, you start to figure out what you really want to say and how you want to say it. Like you develop your own style, and that what make your writing unique and special. So here my challenge to you. Start writing every day. It doesn't matter what you write about. It could be a journal entry, a short story, or even just a description of what you see outside your environment. The important thing is to make a writing habit. And remember, it's okay if what you write isn't perfect. And yes, it probably won't be perfect at first, but that's totally fine. The goal is not to write something amazing every time. The goal is to practice and improve little by little. So I hope this story had inspired you to start your writing journey and start writing now. Remember, everyone starts somewhere, and the most important step is just to begin. So, how about grab that pen or open up the computer and start writing? And of course, before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on daily writing? What are your thoughts on daily writing practice? And I want and and let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next. And thank you so much for listening. Until next time, and talk to you soon.